Welcome back, everybody, to Minecraft Infinity Skyblock. Evolved? No. It's Minecraft Infinity Evolved Skyblock. It's a change of beanies today, too. I'm wearing a beanie I got from my holiday when I went to Taronga Zoo in Sydney. It was a really nice zoo, actually. Very nice zoo. Speaking of zoos, we have managed to get a couple sheep to spawn. I did have a really slight problem with the spawning of passive monsters, or passive creatures, if you will, because of my chicken farm had basically taken up the mob spawn count, the passive mob spawn count. So I had waited for like nearly 12, I wouldn't say 24 hours, maybe about 12, 18 hours, and nothing had spawned. So I went and killed everything. Basically what I did is I put a jabber barrel at the bottom of the chicken farm and collected at least 64 stacks of eggs. So basically if I want to get this thing back going again, I can. And I went and killed off all the chickens. So the dirt production is pretty much at a standstill, which is okay. I've got like 15 stacks of dirt. That's fine. But then I started messing around with getting the ideas of what next. To progress and get further into immersive engineering, I need steel and... well, basically, I need steel. And one of the ways, and also one of my tasks was to predominantly use... with immersive engineering, the windmills. So I went to the windmill section, and what you need to actually use the windmills is something called a dynamo. This thing here, kinetic dynamo. You need one of these. Now, of course, you got redstone. Steel you can actually use. You can get through Tinker's Construct. And the electrum, you need electrum. Then we'll have foundation or immersive engineering. And the best way to do that, I'm not sure if I can actually do this. Actually, that's the arc furnace. You used to be able to do this with Tinker's Construct. I'm hoping I'm able to do this with Tinker's Construct. But... also, Tinker's Construct I can use to make steel. So that is one thing I do need. Whether I'm able to make electrum in the Tinker's Construct smeltery, I don't know. But maybe if anybody's actually done this before, maybe they can tell me. Also the capacitor, we've got all these other bits and pieces, color blocks of redstone. I don't know if I need to color the redstone, but it could be just ordinary redstone, and treated wood planks, which I'm going to need creosote for, and eventually, well, actually, I need to get creosote. Importantly, you need a coke oven, which you need these bricks in immersive engineering. So basically, you need clay, lots of clay, to basically kick that on. And also I need I think the engineers, no, let me see, where is it? It's a hammer. I think the hammer itself is actually fairly easy to make. I will engineer's hammer, here we are. Yeah, that's really easy to make. So I'll do that at some stage. But while I was messing around with the Tinker's Construct, I remembered back in... we're going into story time, kiddies. Back in Regrowth, I knew that you could actually use the seared faucets to pour out of the mariculture crucibles into anything else, Tinker's Construct. So I thought, let's experiment with this. Let's experiment with the seed faucet. So I attached it to the crucible here. I've repurposed my one block of lava as a heat source to melt down cobblestone. And yeah, well, actually, that stone barrel's full of lava. We'll continue the story. I'll do a demonstration afterwards. So I decided, okay, it poured nicely into the stone barrel. Can I pour out of the stone barrel? And in fact, you can. And so I've started like toying with the idea, if I can get lava into a stone barrel, then I can get a stone barrel underneath my one and only water source and make obsidian. Why I wanted obsidian? Well, there's one thing, you can actually make tanks with obsidian. And those the open block tanks you can actually use with open block sprinklers, which can accelerate growth. So that was one thing. That was one train of thought. That was a while ago. And I must apologize for the last episode of the Skyblock. I was just... my mind was wandering in places where I didn't even know where I was going. But, so you can actually use these casting channels to direct the lava to where you want to go. So I use the casting channel to basically run underneath here to another stone barrel, which has currently got a little bit of lava, and now we can do a bit of a demonstration. So if I click the seed faucet here, lava pours into the channel. The channel goes all the way into the stone barrel, and voila, turns to obsidian. So that pretty much works like that. Okay, so that one's empty. We'll pour that out. So now that lava, I could basically have this pouring straight into the channel, and well, I have a channel going this way and down. I may still do that and take out this step of the lava bucket, but it's okay for the time being. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So I started messing around more with the seed faucets. Pours with lava. Let's try it pouring with water. So I connected it up to my water tank, which fills when it rains. And lo and behold, I was able to fill an oak barrel with water. So I could have a bigger water tank from Agricraft filling with water. So I'd have water on tap to fill into the oak barrel here. Now, here's a little thing with the seed faucets and the channels. If you have water going back into the tank that you are basically pulling from, it creates a bit of an infinite loop. So what happens is, when you start pouring from here, it goes back into the tank, and it will keep pouring. You don't need to click it again. It's actually quite fantastic. So then I added a few more, as you do, go big or go home. I added a few more into this. So now I can take, do I have, yes, I do have dust for this demonstration. Dust here. Go boom. And the oak barrel will actually fill rather quick. If you only use one faucet, it actually does take a little bit of time to do. But this is a darn sight quicker. Okay, so that's a task for, it takes like a few minutes to do, but you can actually quite happily get a few stacks happening really, really quickly. Okay, so I repurposed the redstone clock. I made an open block placer, which is so much easier than actually placing the blocks down myself. Place the clay in there. It's currently on. I'll grab my mattock, which doubles as a shovel. It's so much easier. And also, I can use that little trick that I was taught by one of you. Actually, a couple of you very nice people pointed me in the right direction of the mouse access key thingy. It was very, very handy. Thank you very much. So I was able to make a good deal of clay, mixing that in with the old gravel and the sand, making grout, so we can make seed bricks. Well, the grout, if you're not familiar, grout going into furnaces will give you seed bricks. I made a few more furnaces just to speed things along a little bit. So I made a good number of seared bricks. Whoops, I was about to put that in there. Like such, so I can get my smeltery going. So I've got a couple stacks of seared bricks, stack and a half just about. So let's get, okay, I think we'll just make 16 stacks here. We'll make everything else required for a tinkery smelter. The controller. And actually, as an extension, I did test something else. If I look into this chest, the seared tank, I made one of those. And I wanted to know if these channels, you could plug that straight into a tank. And I think you actually have to have the channel actually over the tank itself. But you can pour pretty much lava straight into a tank. Or maybe, let me see, do I have a channel free? Yes, I do. You have to place the channel down first, then you place the tank. So then what you do, if I go here, pour that lava out. Basically lava goes either way. That's going to fill. I don't know if the lava is going to continue to try and, yep. So basically it's a 50-50 split going down that way. So I can basically just break that channel here and continue to fill my seared tank, which is going to go into the smeltery, which is actually really, really cool. I might just actually put another faucet this side and just basically pour out that way. Have a bit of a control, as you will. But it works that way. So let's put the matic back, get my pickaxe, which I'm going to need to break all this nice lovely stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm getting over the problem of moving liquids without a bucket. Because buckets are a pain in the bum to make in this mod pack. This is how I'm getting around that. Using, Tinker's Construct faucets and channels. Something I've never really considered doing. But it's actually pretty cool. But now we are in the position of making the smeltery. So the usual thing, we need at least one of these. The smeltery drain works as both an input and an output for fluids in the smeltery. Okay, so we can actually put lava directly into the smeltery and water, should we choose. But I like my own method of getting obsidian. It's a lot more controlled, and I can keep it out of my smeltery to start off with. Okay, so so we've got that, the intake. We need a casting table. We are going to take a casting basin, like such, and we'll use the rest of the bricks to make the regular seared bricks. So hopefully that's going to be enough. It may get me a 3x3 table to start. 3x3, a 3x1 Tinker's thing to start off with. Yep, we've got actually we've got pigs. It's not what I want. I don't want pigs. I want cows. So I have to, and we've got chickens as well. So the passive spawning actually does work really, really well. I want cows though. So unfortunately, if you're not a cow, you don't get to stay. You have to be a cow to stay. The two sheep, they can stay. Actually, if I get black sheep, they're definitely staying. Hey. No, you do not. Only I get to go out of the fence. I'm going to have to make a gate at some stage. But yeah, the passive spawner does work really well. And I get a little bit of extra food to play with. Actually, that's what I was using that chest for. I'm trying very, very hard not to be scatterbrained. Trying, failing, but trying. Okay, so the Tinkerer's Smeltery. How am I going to manage this? I think I'm going to get some more oak slabs. Do I have any more? Nope. Doesn't look like it. So I'm going to have to chop some more trees down. My flint hatchet is actually getting more level, so it's comfortable at the moment. I think it should level cutting trees, although I've basically leveled it with mainly killing chickens. Right, so we'll get some wood together, and I've got some dust in my inventory, which I should not be carrying around. Goes in there. Alright, let's make some more slabs so I can raise the floor to basically put down the smeltery. Okay, so the smeltery is going to go pretty much here, next to my block placer. It's gonna be my mouse sensitivity is so high. I might just change that down a little bit. Every time I just flick the wrist, the world goes round. It makes it really easy for like really Twitch based games, but yeah, not so good for probably watching, no doubt. So we go a 3x3 base. The tank will it'll actually line up really nicely, actually. Don't put down the obsidian because you know that's going to be a problem. Let's put a piece of cobblestone here. Eventually I'm just going to have to raise the platform here and maybe like a little bit of the floor. I can always move the block placer over a little bit to accommodate everything. Right, so the tank is going to be in line with that. So this will actually work out perfectly. So, whoops, no. I do not want you to be there. I want you to be elsewhere. So that connects up like that. That goes not there. I'm having trouble placing things today. Right, yep, that's the box. There we go. And now, can I? Oh, I can walk under that, so that's great. I wasn't too sure about that, actually. Get myself another faucet. Actually, what I should do, before I make another one, check if I've got one. And I do. So we'll place that in there like such. That's empty. It's got some lava in it still. So what I can do is just basically that. Have a double pour. As if the basically the seed faucets work. If it's got some place to go, it'll keep going until it can't basically fill it anymore. So ta-da! My seed tank is filling. Good stuff. So hopefully we'll put the I think we'll put the controller this side. I'm definitely going to have to move my chest here. I've got actually I'm going to take all this stuff out. I need pretty much clay bricks for the coke furnace, so I'm going to start making those. Maybe, I don't know, a couple stacks. I mean, right now it's not that hard to make. The block placer, again, not too hard to make. It's very similar to the block breaker, except instead of a diamond pickaxe, you use a piston, which is not that hard to make. Not in this pack, anyway. So we'll move that. Move that. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right, hatchet. Okay. So let's make the rest of this. We need at least... Actually, no, I did need to make another. No, there we go. So that it can pour out. Am I going to be... Whoops. I forget about being able to place blocks. So we'll just come over this edge here. It's going to make life a little bit dangerous over this edge, but I think I might do a little bit of off-camera work and expand the edge a bit because it's a little risky right about now. Alright, more seared bricks. Okay, that goes there. See, lava tank is full. I don't have to worry about getting lava now either. So all I have to do is just hop up the top there using the block breaker and getting enough cobblestone to make some more lava. It's all easy. It's too easy, as us Australians would say. Right, ta-da! That smeltery should be... no, it's not activated. Why? Have I missed a block? No. Is... Do I have the book? I'm sure I've got the... let me see. Mighty Smeltering. Let's read the book, shall we? Yep. Right, what am I missing? Oh. I know exactly why this is not working. And it happens to be due to the fact... I want to be able to step up there. I have... I wonder if I can reach that. Can I? Yep. Now it works. Ta-da! We have smeltery. I'm definitely going to have to make a ladder. Go up the side of this to pretty much make the smeltery bigger, because we're going to need bigger. Absolutely. So we'll just take the table there. We're going to need another seared faucet. Casting basin. Actually, yeah, I still do have some more seared bricks, so we'll just have another drain. Smeltery creator. Wow. Cool. So we'll just break this block here. Stick the other drain here. Take the basin. There. We'll place a few slabs underneath that. Realism. I've got to have it. I don't know why. I just got to have it. Floating things annoy me. They really, really do. Floating things annoy the living buggery out of me. Alright, here we go. Another seared faucet. Excellent. 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 Right, so let's test this, shall we? I can pick carrots. I didn't mean to. I can pick carrots. Let's test the hypothesis of making electrum. Electrum is gold, if I recall correctly. So basically gold. I've got more than enough broken gold to work with that. Powdered silver. It's gold and silver is electrum. So I'm not entirely sure whether this will actually give me powdered. No, it won't. It was worth a shot. It was worth a try. So we got the silver. We've got the gold. Place them in the smeltery and see what we get. And now this is basically a sit and wait. If I can get that electrum through this, that's. I hope so, because there is another way that I can get it, but I'm hoping this is going to be the way. You used to be able to make electrum in the smeltery. I don't know if you can do that now. So, waiting. The gold is melted. Yes, we have Electrum. Fantastic. Now I can consider getting my power sources set up. This is great. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more sifting, getting some more materials together. This has been fantastic. I can power that with just one crucible. It's not too bad. And yeah, let's pour that nice, lovely Electrum out. And we can start really thinking about getting my first power source together. Okay, folks, well, I've been Raetac. Thank you for a much focused episode of Minecraft. I'll see you all next time.